Hello everyone. I took some time, but finally I managed to download and install O3DE version 22.10. The download was like 40-50 minutes. I have the not here at home, but I have the fastest download speed in domestic service, which is just 4 megabits. As you can see, it's about a 9 gigabytes installed, and during the the process of building the project, it makes an additional download of this you see here, which is like uh, just 600 megabytes, mostly nothing. I'm going to create a new project, a little test, which is going to be, of course, an isometric camera system. I still have a lot to learn with this engine, but it wasn't too hard to make. I have created an empty project with just one gem, the terrain gem. You can see here the list of available gems, which are like plugins to use. Some things I can't really explain. Here we go. Usually, building the project will take some time. It will take some time depending on your PC. So let's go back when everything is done. After building the project, we are gonna open with the editor, but it requires a process of, I think that preparing or importing the assets. It takes much more time than building. Even in this case, that I'm not using a normal hard drive. By mistake, I put the project in my system disk, which is an M2, much faster than a normal hard drive. But anyway, it's gonna take a long time to do. I'm gonna try to add a terrain without looking at the tutorial for the fifth time again. So we add a terrain world renderer, and here we create a new entity and add this component terrain layer spanner. It requires an additional component. We add it, and here we have to add the actual source of data for the terrain, which is a gradient. I'm going to use a random noise gradient. I have tried to use the image gradient, but for some reason I can't make it work. Again, we add a missing component. Okay, here we have the gradient. Now we go here and we add a terrain height gradient list. We add one and we select this. Okay, I forgot something. As you can see, we have a terrain. Well, seems I forgot to add a missing gem. I'm showing here what is the gem that we need to handle input. Now I need to create the input bindings. For that, I'm coming here to asset editor. Let's create input bindings asset. We add a new group, and the first group I'm going to create is going to handle camera rotation with Q and E keys in the keyboard. Let's say, let's add here an event generator, input event map, and we are going to say that it is a keyboard. And let's choose here Q. Okay, I'm gonna put here, not too fast. We're going to add a second one for E. But this time negative. Control S, and let's save our. Now that we have that, let's create a new entity. I'm going to use the same method I use in Godot. Create a pivot node, in this case an entity, and I'm going to put the camera as child of this pivot. Okay, now that I have created my camera system, let's try see what happens. Well, looks nice, but let's change this to ortho and this half size to 8. Okay, perfect. Let's make the terrain a bit larger. And try again. Okay. Let's remove this because we don't need it. And here we're going to add a Lua script. Okay, my computer died a couple of weeks ago, so I had to set up O3DE in another PC, and I'm gonna try to complete this as soon as possible. Now, we had this for the camera. Now I'm going to add a simple rotation. For that I need to use an input component. I'm gonna tell the input component to use these input bindings I created here, and I'm going to add a Lua script. Let me create. I'm going to copy and paste because I really can't remember what I did 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna use the activate function. Would be really helpful if the Lua editor had some sort of code completion, but doesn't. So I'm creating here a handler for on-held event in case I'm pressing and keeping pressed the keys I define for camera rotation. Let me close this here. And I'm going to connect that with the actual input event. Let's save, and now, okay, let's see if that works. Okay, it works. I'm using Q to rotate and Q and E to rotate. Okay, now let's add the scroll movement. Well, now I'm going to add the scrolling. Let's take a look again to the input bindings, and let's create another group for a vertical scroll. So for vertical scroll, I'm going to use W and S. Let's add them here. Let's set the value to this for the moment. Let's add the other here. one for A, and one for D. Now in my Lua script, I'm gonna add this code. I'm using an old method I have been using since since I used O3DE and also works in Unity. Now let's connect the input handler. Wrong place. Now let's try to see if that works. No, I broke something. Yeah, of course I did. I didn't declare this. Ah, well. No, something is not working. Okay, now it's fixed. I had the wrong letter in some place, wrong key. Let's see how it works. I have some problems sometimes, like now. I don't know why, but that's the idea. The only thing I still can't do is to implement a zoom using the mouse wheel. I will work on that later, but right now I don't have time. I hope this could be useful for you. So see you next time.